We're here showing you folks here at home, beautiful Weymouth Falls, Nova Scotia. What we're doing here today is that we're going to fish for the Atlantic tomcod. The fish that spawns up in the tidal brackish waters of the Maritimes and New England coast. It spawns during December all the way up until about mid-January was the peak season, sometimes even into late February. It's a cold water fish. It is a member of the cod family, and it's very delicious. And in a few moments we're going to show you how we fish these fish up here, not with a reel and rod, which is a very popular method of doing it down in the States, but we have ourselves some traps here that we set. They're just your common eel pots, and we're going to show you how to fish these there. Welcome back. This is us fishing for our Atlantic tomcods again, and here we have our standard eel pot. And as you can see, you want to just take a look down here. It's placed facing down the brook, because as the brook, the tidal waters come into this river system, the water will come up and above the embankments that you see here. So what we do is we place the tomcod pot facing downstream, so when the tide comes in, the fish will come into the pot, and usually it's weighted down, which I will show you after we get it. But these pots have been setting here overnight. We've gone through a tide cycle already, and as you can see, we have some catch inside of our tomcod pots. What we're going to do, I'll take these ashore and I'm going to show you guys exactly what we are fishing for. Here we are again, folks. We're just examining what our catch is here. And as you can see, I'm undoing the wires because the tidal waters can be rather violent sometimes and pull your traps open. But once we get inside here, we're going to have a look at the fish. And these tomcods, they range anywhere from a few inches long up to a maximum. I've seen them up to 15 inches long, which is a big, nice pan-sized fish. They're just a smaller version of your regular codfish. There we go. We got the gate open. I'm just going to dump these on the snow. It's not going to hurt anything. And as you can see, I'm going to hold one up here for you. This one here, oh, she's squirting some eggs. A nice looking female right there. And as you can see, they got the two barbs, which are right here on the front portion by the head, and they use those to feel around on the bottom of the water in search of food such as like shrimp and worms and whatnot that might be on the bottom. But that's a fairly decent sized tomcod. They do come bigger than that, but that's a perfect pan-sized fish. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these here afterwards into our bucket and take them home and have a good fish fry, seeing how it is Christmas and stuff. But as you can see, the size variation, there's another example of one there in comparison. Move some of these out of the way. Oh, there's still a little feist in some of these. As you can see, the difference between the female being a larger fish, this here would be a male down here with the brighter orange colors. As you can see, he's got a lot of energy in him, but as you can see, that's it. But those are all perfect, good eating fish. Hey there, folks, we're back again, and we got another pot set further upstream. As you can see, the stream is starting to narrow down, but the tide does reach up here. And what we've done is we've placed this right on the corner of the embankment, because when the tide comes up, the fish are going to follow their easiest route. They're just like anybody else. They're lazy. They don't want to expend any energy that's not necessary, especially in the colder temperatures of the year. This pot here, oh, look at that. We got another good, decent catch for a first tide. It's good. These are a bit bigger ones, actually, to be honest. As you can see, we have different variations of our traps and stuff. We have square ones and circle ones, but they all have the basic principles. As you can see, I'll get once I put our catch here on the embank. Oh yeah, decent size. As you can see, these are a little bit bigger in stature. Mostly bigger ones as they're coming up. So you got a nice fat female with a male. Put her next to the male and you can see the difference. Let me just lay out our buddies here. But as you can see, the one on this fella right here would be the male, which is coming in to fertilize her, which she's full of eggs. And if she'll let me, unless she's already got rid of them, sometimes I can squeeze out. No, she's just fat. She's probably just getting ready to lay her eggs. But anyways, I'm going to show you the trap just for a moment. As you can see, it's just made out of your common wire with a rubber or synthetic coating over it to keep it from rusting when it's in there, and it's done together with hog rings and whatnot, and it's got a cylindrical shape inside here. It goes in and the fish just can't come out, just like your basic eel pot. But on another segment we'll get into actually construction and of making these pots, and I can show you some different stuff. In here you see we're getting ready to lay our pots back out after we've harvested our catch. And we have a good anchor point with some decent rope, usually stuff we found beachcombing along the shore, you know, from lobster pots or whatnot, just use excess rope. Tie to a good anchor, and then we're going to take our pot, which is also securely fastened to the same piece of rope on the front end, or it doesn't really matter what end, before the tide gets in, which is another important factor that this fishery has to be done at low tide, because when the tide does come in, it will be too deep here to place the trap in any kind of successful manner. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come out here and we're going to place this trap back again into the river system, into the stream. So the tide is on its way back. It doesn't take very long in this part of the country for the tide to come. And we're going to place it in the water as best we can on the bottom, preferably in a narrow channel like where these rocks are. As you can see there, it narrows it down. And then I'm going to take myself and I'm going to find a rock, a pretty decent sized one, like a good sized rock, and I'm going to weight it down. And me being stupid, didn't close my trap back off. So I suppose if I did catch any fish, they would relax. So I'll close it off before I right here. Alright, I figured out the problem there with the trap door, make sure it's not all good. Then you want to take a rock of a decent size just to set it on the top, because the tide and the ice, if it forms ice overnight, if it gets cold enough, as you can see down there, there's a bunch of ice, that stuff there will drag your trap way out into the harbor if it's not securely anchored to the bottom. And now all you do is you wait for the tide to come in, come back tomorrow when it's low tide, and get your fish. It's too easy. Join us for our next segment when we show you the cooking and the preparation of the Atlantic tomcod. As you can see, this is what you'd call, I guess, your successful Atlantic tomcod trawl. Our line is laid out. We have about 5 pots right here in this particular spot. And with any kind of luck, tomorrow when we return, those pots will have another good take of fish, and we can celebrate and maybe give out some free good tasting tomcods to some of the seniors in the area, and have a fry ourselves. Till then, adios.